One ongoing issue in the Spanish teaching world in the US is El Día de los Muertos. As a Spanish teacher, it is important to not only introduce students to the language of Spanish, but also the culture of Spanish-speaking countries. Learning a language is useless unless you know about the people and places that speak it natively. Because America is so invested in its own culture, it can be hard for students to understand others. In an article from the National Republic Radio entitled Day of the Dead Thrives in US and Mexico, a man named Adolfo describes his life in America, particularly about how he integrates his own culture into his life in the US. He speaks of how he wants his daughter to understand their Mexican culture, regardless of where they are. This is where Spanish teachers come in. Lucky for Adolfo's daughter, he can tell her all she needs to know about El Día de los Muertos. For other kids, we as Spanish teachers have the opportunity to shed some light on this fascinating tradition. The article later explains what Dia de los Muertos is, and of course, it is nothing like Halloween. As Spanish teachers, it is important that we teach these differences in our classrooms. This article is a great one to discuss in our future classroom because it has the point of view from someone who wants their culture to be understood. We feel that this is an issue that needs to change. We as Americans are so willing to push our personal culture on those who are different from us, yet we rarely take the time to learn about theirs. Something as small as teaching the traditions and meaning of Dia de los Muertos can ignite a student's interest in another culture and allow them to grow. In our opinion, the most important question that this article addresses is what Dia de los Muertos is. The entire point of being a Spanish teacher is to open a student's mind to people and beliefs and traditions of other places. Taking Spanish just to learn the language is not allowing yourself to appreciate it. To know and embrace the culture of the language you are speaking is so important. This article does an amazing job of stating all of those things.